already have shown that people are interested in this. So the other part of the upcycling, which is the weaving and all of that, we are partnering with other brands that are already doing it at the moment to work with them to ensure that more of those items that cannot be used for our patchwork and our upcycling process can actually be weaved. So Planet Real is already using waterproof sachet water to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, I believe you've answered the question, and I think that's the most question we can take from the judges, and we'll move to the next person. Thank you so much, Process Sales, for your pitch. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, M-Bike, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, I will share your pitch now. All right. I should also check in with the judges. Is the scoring going quite well? Do you need some few seconds, or should I go on with the next person?
Please go on.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Before the slide comes up, I quickly want to do an introduction of myself. Okay.
All right.
I'm Sunny.
Don't worry. I will just give you now. Your time starts now.
Okay. I'm Emmanuel Osani from Edo State, Nigeria. I'm currently an undergraduate student from University of Benin, Edo State, and I'm a social innovator. M-Bike is born out of a social innovation. You know, we have this issue of fuel price hike in Nigeria, and the reason why M-Bike came to life is just to make mobility for students and on-campus commuters, to make the mobility seamless for students to move all around campus. The next slide, please. So our deal, mobility as a service to on-campus commuters, and
Please, M-Bike, can you speak up? We can hardly hear you.
We are not hearing him at all.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's very cranky.
All right, it's back now. You can start it again, please, from here.
Okay. We are as a service to on-campus commuters, which include the students and even campus residents, at a designated price for designated ride. Next
slide. Sorry, M-Bike, we can't hear you at all. Do you want to?
I think he should change his position.
Please, can you change your position? Please turn off your videos. Turn off your video and you can change your position.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, a little bit better.
So we are offering, can you hear me, please?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay. So M-Bike Nigeria is offering mobility as to on-campus kilometers, which includes students and on-campus residents at designated price for designated ride. Slide, please. The market slide. So basically, our beachhead market is in University of Benin main campus, South Nigeria, Edo State. And I have in my pitch deck there our market valuation per year. Next slide, please. So the customer value proposition, we have our competitors that are offering mobility service already, but we have considered a lot of things such as the climate impact, the price, the time constraint and all that. So it has made up a very good market head for us. Next slide, please. Service slide. So here is our service slide. We render service and we have two different payment methods. We have the one that we demand internet access and we have the one that is manual. So you get the bike, you unlock the bike, then you take it to wherever destination you want. You dock it at the designated stations. Next slide. So the next slide is a customer discovery. We did a survey of 53 individuals on campus, and we asked them questions which are available on the pitch deck there. And our key insights from the questions we asked them, we asked about numbers of students, current mobility, how it was, and all that. And we were able to get quite answers that are appreciative to this project. That's the startup M-Bike. Next slide, please. So we have the financials. The financials is already on the pitch deck there. And the key drivers, we have the cost of service, price of service, number of customers. Those are the things we considered in putting up our financials. Next slide, please. Climate impact. So we are reducing CO2 emission. We are offsetting it in the beachhead market by allowing students to enjoy seamless mobility ride on campus with designated bicycles, because we are going to be dealing with bicycles, and it's a service loop. You get the bike, you take it to your destination, you dock it. So the more students use the bike, the more we see there is reduction in pollution, that's CO2 emission in the beachhead market. So the last slide, founder's dream. So here I am the co-founder and CEO, and I have with me Mary Kay Oloruntui, who is the co-founder and chief operation officer. So our dream is to create an eco-friendly and effective form of commuting for university students across campus residents in Nigeria, then to revive the cycling culture in Nigeria as a whole, and to acquire 378 million naira in valuation by 2030. I think that's all for now.
All right, thank you so much, M-Bike, for your pitch. Right now, I will allow judges to ask their question. Do you have questions for M-Bikes? Please get ready. Judges? All right, Mr. Emmanuel, please unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, so it's Okada banned in Uniben, in Benin, that's it.
I can't hear you, sir.
Okada, motorcycles, are they banned in Uniben?
Motorbike is for private purposes. But
so would they not compete with you?
No. It's for private services. They don't
allow them to do commercial work between your satellite hostels and the university.
They don't allow that.
A Kosodi, I can't take a bike from a Kosodi to main campus.
Yeah, you can't. No, you can't. Sorry. The thing is,
I can't.
You can't. You cannot.
For real. All right. That's all. Thank you.
All right, Sophie, please, can you unmute and ask your question?
Yeah, thank you for the pitch. Yeah, just a question around how you identified university students and campuses as the starting point, and if you have intentions of going beyond universities as well.
Yes, I have intentions, ma. And, we need to start small. So I'm starting from my university before I broaden my horizon to other universities in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I believe that will be all from the judges. Do you have any other judges that would like to ask a question before we move to the next person? Going one, going two, going three. All right, so I guess I'll be home.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, M-Bikes. Best of luck. All right, bio application, are you ready for us?
Ready.
You are ready. Okay, I'll share your screen. Please, can you confirm you can see your slide?
I can see my slide.
Okay. All right, judges, are you ready? Or are you still scoring the last person?
Ready for you.
Ready.
Okay. All right, your time starts now.
Good day, sir, madam. This is our customer, a local butcher from Lagos, Nigeria. Our customer is burdened by inadequate and expensive water and energy supply while trying to meet up with government hygiene regulations. We at Bio Applications Initiative are here to help him solve these problems by transforming his wastewater into clean water and green energy. Next slide. Next slide. We make money by providing wastewater disposal, clean water, and green energy services to the butchers at the abattoir, who in turn pay us 5,000 naira per month through the Butchers Union. The Butchers Union deducts a commission of 500 naira per month, and we are left with 4,500 naira per month for our services. Next slide. Our beachhead market is Lagos, with 300,000 butchers valued at over 1 billion naira per month. Next slide, please. We propose 75% savings per month on energy and water expenses per butcher per month. Next slide, please. Wastewater from the abattoirs go into anaerobic reactors that produces green energy, while the liquid effluent from the anaerobic reactors goes into algae photobioreactors that produces clean water. We are building a green infrastructure that consists of anaerobic reactors and algae photobioreactors at the abattoir. Our process is 100% unique and it is not used anywhere in the world. Next slide, please. We spoke to 21 butchers and we learned that wastewater is swept into open drainages. Butchers pay dues to the union and are subject to the union. Water and energy supply is inadequate and expensive at the abattoirs. Next slide, please. With 30% market share, we project an annual profit of over 4 billion naira. Our key drivers are market share and cost to sell per butcher. Next slide, please. With 30% of our beachhead market, we reduce and capture over 2 million tons of CO2 per year during our manufacturing process. Next slide, please. Our team consists of myself, Obayomi Olatubosun, a microbiologist and a team lead, Kayode Falui, an enterprise designer and a project manager. We dream to clean up the urban water cycle, to reach 30% market share by 2028, and to attain over 19 billion naira evaluation by 2028. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That was very right on time, about 3 minutes, few seconds. Judges, over to you. Do you have questions for Olatunbosun? Please, you can mute your mic. Amidu. All right, Mr. Emmanuel, please go ahead with your question.
Mr. Latubosu, please mute since you're not talking yet. Whoever is, wherever we're getting the noise from. Well, your presentation was on point and in time. I love it. Your idea is also nascent and innovative. Question: have you gotten all your regulatory permits before Lagos State government come after you? Have you thought about getting regulatory permits from Lagos State? That's number one. If you don't have that, they can just take you out of business in a minute.
Yeah, so the truth, sir, is that before you can build any infrastructure in the abattoirs, you have to go through the government. But we thank God, Lagos State is a visionary state. It's a good government that's planned ahead. So some years back, over 7 years back, they have an office called Lagos State Wastewater Management Office. So at this office, you can get a license to pilot such projects. So when I have the funds to do such, I know where to go, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Do we have any other question from the judges? Any other question before we move to the next person? All right, Sophie, please unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, thank you. Really interesting and innovative solution. I really like it. Just a question. I'm sorry if this is obvious, but just going back to the slide that had the butchers on it, can you explain the connection with the butchers and the solution? I think it was slide 6.
Okay, slide 5. Actually, that is our product. When it comes to circular economy, the team are applied for a circular economy. So this is circular economy of water. So the butchers, they use water in the abattoir. They need water for hygiene. They need water to clean up the place. They need water for their work. So it's the wastewater that they generate in the abattoir that we are going to transform back to them. Their wastewater from the abattoir goes into our system and comes back as clean water. So in the process, we provide for them energy and clean water. And they have the civic responsibility to pay for the disposal of wastewater. They are polluting the environment, working the way they are now. That's all.
Thank you. That clarifies it. Thanks.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful presentation and pitching. I just want to ask, do you have any plans to extend it to other parts of the country apart from Lagos? Because this is very, very good to clean the environment and then ensure quality delivery from the abattoir. So any plans to extend it to other parts of the country?
Yes, ma'am. You can see from my market slide, I plan to go around the whole country. When I spoke to an entrepreneur from Enugu, he told me that there's no water, in Enugu city, and he was very eager that we should bring such to Enugu. So imagine another beachhead market we could target.
Yes, I can testify that.
Yes, estates in Enugu or cities, estates. So all their wastewater at home, send it back to the people in that estate. So not that people will be looking for water and you have so much water in the canal and in the drainages polluting everything. You can still use that water and send it back. Circular water economy.
All right, thank you so much, Olatubosun. And I'll just chip in that you follow Mr. Emmanuel Tedai very well. He's one of the organizers for the WASH event, and this is a very good idea for WASH. You can follow him on his pages so that when you know when the next WASH event is happening. All right. The next person, thank you so much, Olatubosun, for your pitch. Best of luck. The next person pitching is Go Smart Mobile. Are you ready? Go Smart Mobile. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
What do you say? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, I will share your slide shortly. While Go Smart is pitching, Moon Innovation, please get ready. You are going immediately after him. Please, can you confirm you can see your slide?
Yes, I can see.
All right, your time starts now.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. By way of introduction, Nigeria has a population of over 220 million currently. And out of this population, 85 million Nigerians are involved in poultry production at one capacity or the other, and that makes up about 88% of the total population in Nigeria. Unfortunately, 90% of these people, I mean the poultry producers, utilize this charcoal to produce and to brood their chickens, while they are still very small, which is the most critical stage of their lives. Now, those smart mobile brooder box is offering a solution, and it will be a very valuable tool in the hand of every small and medium scale farmers in Nigeria. The next slide, please. The next slide. Yes, our market is focused on the southeastern. Okay. Yes, that the deal. The deal is to supply mobile brooder box to the poultry industry, especially the micro and small and medium enterprises. That is the poultry industry at the rate of 120,000 naira per box. The next slide, please. That's the market. Now we are focused on southeastern parts of Nigeria, and our beachhead market will be in Enugu, where we kickstart, and then from there we'll move to other parts of the states in the southeast. And our focus mainly is on micro, small, and medium enterprises, the farmers that are, small scale and medium scale. To the next slide, please. And so we are offering this product at a reduced rate. The value we are offering, it reduces the cost of production for the small and medium farmers, so as low as 40% in the cost of purchasing or getting brooder material. Next slide, please. Now, the product has so many competitive advantages, which includes the automated nipples and cup drinkers, which is with calibrated containers. It has zero carbon emission, and it has another advantage of measuring the temperature and relative humidity of animals. I mean, the chicks that are in this brooder box. The next slide, please. In the course of relating with some of our customers, we'll find out that there are some key questions that were raised, and some of them are the fact that are local farmers able to operate this brooder box? Is it very easy to operate? And does this product solve the carbon emission release menace that we are facing in the country? Then can the brooder serve other purposes apart from brooding chickens alone? Then we found that insight to the fact that it is very easy to use. It's even suitable for those that are having some respiratory challenge or some health challenges. And then it is also not only not only be used for chicks, it can also be used for other species of animals. The next slide, please. Yes, we estimated that we are going to be making a profit of 1.5 million naira yearly per year. And the key drivers are the cost of production, the material cost, and then the number of customers that patronizes us. The next slide, please. Yes, the climate impact. Go Smart Brooder Box has zero carbon emission, whereas the charcoal brooder system, in which most farmer uses, produces up to 40% carbon emission compared to of the total emission that is being released. And so the total
Time up.
greenhouse.
Please go through your teams.
Okay.
And management.
Yes. So our dream is to create a climate-friendly solar-powered mobile brooder box to achieve 40 million naira valuation by 2028 and to produce up to 50,000 brooder box for small and medium-scale farmers in sub-Saharan Africa. So myself as a co-founder and Tony Kujero is also a co-founder. We have Inyoda Olakunle, the engineer in charge, and then Yemi Akiyemi, who stands as the technical advisor. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Judges, over to you. Do you have a question? All right, Mr. Emmanuel, please can you unmute and ask your question?
Yes, thank you, presenter. The idea is nice because it's renewable energy powered and it addresses last mile. I mean, small chicken farmers can access it, medium scale farmers can access it. But my challenge is that your vision doesn't seem to be very ambitious. You don't have an ambitious dream, or you're limiting yourself. Maybe you're limiting yourself to that the community in which you generated the idea. You need to dream bigger. If you say 85 million Nigerians are doing farming or doing poultry farming, they can't be dreaming of making profit of 1 million naira a year. You have to dream big, cover not only the state where you are, but beyond that state, maybe the cluster, eastern cluster, and then maybe south, and then the whole country, because your idea is novel. So I just want to encourage you to dream bigger. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much for that comment, Mr. Emmanuel. Judges, any other judges with a question or a comment?
Okay, I think I agree with what the last speaker just said. Maybe you have to recalculate your market potential, and because it's a very, very wonderful idea, which can generate more than what you have just speculated in a month. So please look at your market segments and then carry out extensive calculation on the value. It's very, very important to do that so that you'll be able to articulate properly what your yearly earning will be. So please look at it. It's very, very important. But apart from that, it's a wonderful idea. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ma. Any other comment or question from the judges? I can take one more. Olamide, Sophie, are we good? All right, Olamide, Sophie beats you to it. All right, Sophie.
Quick question. What is the cost of your brooder box compared to what the farmers are currently using?
Compared to what? I didn't get that.
Compared to what the farmers are currently using.
Okay, what the farmers are currently using is around 200,000 naira. That's yearly.
So how much is yours yearly, please?
So it's 120,000.
All right.
Naira.
So sorry, please. So you see what we're saying? You're going to be saving them 80,000 naira. On top of it, yours is also renewable energy, which is better than what they have now, because most of them will currently be depending on generators. They will be burning fuel, diesel, and even if it's grid energy, it's not consistent. But with solar, you or whatever renewable energy format you're using, you are going to increase their productivity. So you need to really recalculate and re-evaluate your business and look at the potential of revenue generation.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, Sophie, just for context, I know the price is in naira. In euros, his own is about 130, 140 euros. And what local farmers use is about 220, 210 euros. Sophie, that's the context for you.
Thank you. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, I was just trying to get to the bottom of if it was cheaper or more expensive of what they're currently using. But yeah, that's a point to add to your pitch and strategy. If it is actually saving farmers money, that's another reason for them to switch to yours. But thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, and best of luck to you, Mawa, and your team.
Thank you very much.
All right. Moon Innovations, are you ready for us?
Yes, I am. Good day.
All right. Thank you. I will share your slide now. And please, immediately after that, Puzzle Green Technology, you'll be pitching next. Get ready. And after Puzzle Green, Pets to PVC, you'll be the next. So get ready. Just give me a moment. Yes.
Do I need to turn on the camera, or I should do it as is because of latency?
You can turn on the camera, but if it's glitching, then you can probably off your camera. Please confirm you can see your pitch deck.
Yes, I can see my pitch deck. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Your time starts now.
Hi, my name is Michael Osumune. I run Moon Innovations, where we focus on accelerating sustainable and smart living policy using solar and technology. So I have a quick question here. How has been the effect of fuel subsidy removal on your home and your business? No worries. This is a problem virtually every entrepreneur right here and outside face. And that is why we designed and developed the Solo Smart Inverter system, because we understand basically internet and security sits on top of electricity. And without electricity, you can't solve internet, and without internet, you can't solve security. Next slide, please. So our solution is a Solar Smart Inverter system, which is a single box solution providing solar electricity, wireless internet, and security surveillance, which we provide to micro, small, and medium scale enterprises and households at 40 euros a month. 40 euros being 35,000 naira a month. Imagine most of the entrepreneurs here right now carrying out this pitch. They need electricity, they need internet, and at the same time, everyone actually needs security. Next slide, please. Our beachhead market is 50,000 homes and businesses across Lagos and South Nigeria. This is the place we currently focus on. Understanding that 31 million households and 31 million micro, small, and medium scale enterprises currently face the same problem as it is. So there's a potential for growth for this, not just electricity, internet, and security as well. Next slide, please. Our customer value proposition is this. We provide all of the solution to the customers at a reduced price, where customers spend as much as 45 euros a month on electricity. We'll reduce that to 20 euros a month. Internet, as much as 20 euros a month, we reduce it to 10 euros a month, and security up to 21 euros a month, and we reduce that to 10 euros, which is approximately 5,000 naira a month. Alongside that, we also provide you with a mobile application and a USSD application where you can monitor your energy usage, energy generation, get video surveillance on your mobile app, make payments. If an intruder comes to your home, you could easily see the person when it comes to your home, and If it's someone you do not actually know, you could trigger the alarm using your mobile phone, providing electricity, internet, and security, the basic for every home and businesses in Nigeria currently to succeed. Next slide, please. So our product is simple. The hardware product is solar smart inverter system and the IP cameras, which are wireless, and our services are internet access and security surveillance. All of this we combined and we provide for our customers on a month-by-month basis, rather than the upfront cost of getting all of these solutions all at once, which might be expensive. Next slide, please. For our customer discovery, we reached out to 413 homeowners, as well as 846 MSMEs, and we asked the question, what do you need? And most of them were like, we need internet, we need electricity, we need security of lives and properties, and we need an easier way to make payment for all of these services at once. And that is where our key learning is. We provided the solar smart inverter provides the electricity, the internet, and the security, and the mobile app helps with payment. Next slide, please. For the financial, we are expecting a profit of over 800,000 euros a year, considering the cost of service, the price of the service, and the numbers of customers. Our numbers here currently focuses on 50% of the beaches market, which is 25,000 people. Next slide, please. Unlike the fuel generator, which emits over about 60% of CO2 during electricity generation, our solar smart inverter system does not emit any carbon dioxide emissions. And with 50% of
time up, I will allow you go to your founder's dream and management team.
Okay, our founder's dream is to provide access to smart and sustainable energy solutions for homes and businesses in both rural and urban areas. We hope to reach a revenue of 4 million euros by 2016 and to build our R&D center in Nigeria. I myself am Michael Osumine. I'm the founder. I have a background in engineering and business development with skills in hardware development, AI and IoT. My co-founder for Austin Ambe has a master's in computer science with skills in mobile app development and cloud engineering. And Mercy Kulakwa, awesome UI and UX designer. She makes the designs for she makes the design for the mobile applications. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your pitch. Over to you, judges. Any question? All right. Please go ahead, Gina Betty.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael, for this wonderful idea. My question is just around the storage and the battery for this wonderful concept. Because you know the issues we have in us, the solar panels and solar provisions we have in circulation now is the sustainability of those items. So what are your plans for the storage in terms of battery? How well is your battery figured out in order to be sustained in the market?
Okay, yes, good question. So basically, if you see the system, the idea for that system is to carry the batteries inside of it. So our plan for it is basically to make use of lithium-ion batteries, which is has a life cycle enough to has a warranty of 5 years, basically for it. And one problem with I've done a couple of installations before with normal batteries. One problem we normally find with customers is that when you pay so much money for solar installation, you then want to put all of your entire home on top of that device. You understand? So a whole lot of people don't really know how to manage their systems. So that's why that's one of the reasons we created the mobile application, so that you will see how much energy you're generating, how much energy you're consuming, and you could easily say, okay, it's nighttime, I'm on battery, I could turn off this light, turn off this light, make the battery sustainable till in the morning. At the end, extending the lifespan of the battery, making it more sustainable. Yeah.
Okay, just so sorry, just a follow-up question. So is it possible for you to have a trigger on the mobile app that when the battery is getting to a certain level, it prompts the user that, look, it's getting to this level, that level that will drain the battery and affect its lifeline? Do you have something like that? Because it's very, very important for you. These are key items that you must mention in your pitching, because we have a lot of alternatives in the market. So you just have to showcase why I should leave the other ones in the market and come buy yours. And the vendor will want to know also why yours is going to give him or her a competitive advantage over the ones that are already existing. Thank you.
Yes, we've not thought of that, which is a good idea. Actually, we also got the alarm from one of our respondents that were telling us that we should put an alarm inside. Calling the police takes too long. So this is something we could implement in the coming future. It's basically just a trigger from the mobile app side. So it won't be difficult for us to implement. Thank you. Thank you for that insight as well.
All right, thank you so much. Mr. Emmanuel, please go ahead with your question.
So my question is, does this rely on like solar panels?
Yes, so it uses both solar panels and the grid as well to charge the batteries. The batteries are inside of the container itself.
Okay, and then you also, the system also helps you to provide internet as a service.
Yes, internet as a service as well. Yeah, so we built it alongside the board itself, because most solar inverters are always kept inside of the home, especially
all right. It's okay. Just follow the advice of the previous speaker. Thanks.
Most definitely. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I can give room for one more question.
Am I audible?
We can raise it a little bit, Olamide.
Okay. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I just that was a brilliant presentation, and I really like the idea. It's addressing a very big problem. The issue I have is more of how do you? My understanding is that this is providing this as a service, or is the customer required to purchase the equipment? And in that case, I was wondering if you looked at when you were engaging your respondents, if you also included the question of, or probably you should, ask them whether the 85,000 a month is favorable. Then the second question along those lines as well is, if you are going to be purchasing this as a service and probably renting it to your customers to offset the cost, how do you intend to raise the funds to offset that cost, to the initial capex, so to speak? Yeah.
Yes, we threw out these questions to our customers basically on the part of and the price is 35,000 naira, not 85. So we throw out to the customers how much were they willing to pay for these systems. Yes, and that's where we now came up. A whole lot of them were complaining about the cost. So that's where the subscription model now comes into play, because basically in the design, we design in such a way the system shuts off once you've not paid that particular month. The internet and the security, all of that shuts off when you've not paid that particular month. So yes, we talked to them about that, and that's where the subscription came into play. Then the part of the CapEx is we're still looking for funding for, especially on the CapEx side of things, because we understand that this is no longer a luxury but a necessity. You understand? So and we're talking a whole lot about digital transformation and all of that. Without electricity, we can't carry out digital transformation, and that's why we are also talking with investors, VCs, parastatals that could come in and offset this entire cost. And currently, banks are looking into that. Sort of Sterling Bank are looking to offsetting those costs, so you could provide it to customers on a month-by-month basis. These are the players we are looking at right now. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. That will be off from you. Moon Innovation, thank you so much, and best of luck. Thank you. All right, so we're moving on to Puzzle Green. Puzzle Green, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, then immediately after Puzzle Green, press to PVC, be ready to be your turn. Puzzle Green, I'll open your slide now. Just give me a second. Please, can you confirm you can see your pitch?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. Your time starts now.
Thank you very much. Good day, everyone. On this slide is a picture of Hamid and Bola, who lose an average of 30% of their monthly revenue to post-harvest loss. And this is also known to contribute 10% to global carbon emissions. How then do we help them improve their income as well as reduce carbon emissions simultaneously? Next slide, please. To achieve this, we run a B2C model where we offer our customers in the fruit and vegetable markets a cold storage service for preservation at the cost of 200 Naira per crate per day, with a minimum storage weight of 100 kilograms, where one crate is an equivalent of 20 kilograms, with a storage utilization of at least 25 days in a month. Next slide, please. Our market size in Nigeria is made up of 4.5 million farmers, and our beachhead market is the southwest region of Nigeria with a size of 450,000 farmers and a worth of $4.1 billion. Next slide, please. So what value do we offer our customers? A cheaper cost of cold storage with respect to power supply when compared to other competing products. We also have deployment of our cold storages in farm estates and communities, as well as market linkage for their produce and agro waste, and access to business and financial opportunities for our users to grow their businesses. Next slide, please. Our product is a cold storage solution designed for sustainable industrial cooling in the fruit and vegetable market. And the solution is adapted from a traditional storage method and enhanced using deep technology. And our competitive advantage cuts across the use of biopreservation technology, high-level security, as well as the use of food safety and traceability software tools. Next slide, please. The constraints we're able to identify within these markets is the inadequate cold storage infrastructure due to high investment and running costs. And this led us to several questions around what is the effect on the fruit and vegetable market? Is there a strong need for cheaper solutions? And what is the impact on income as well as livelihood? And from our interaction with over 50 stakeholders, we were able to ascertain that indeed there is a high level of post-harvest loss of fruits and vegetables. Also, we found that our cold storages are expensive to obtain and run, and customers are actively seeking a cheaper solution to minimize their overhead costs. We also discovered that an average of 30% revenue loss is being recorded monthly, with an average of 4 farmers known to have exited the business due to post-harvest loss. Next slide, please. With a 10% market share of 450,000 farmers and a profit of 289,916 naira per customer over a 10-year period, we are set at an accrued income of over 130 billion naira. Next slide, please. Our climate impact consists of 40% of our beachhead market, and by this we are going to be able to get 30% increase in CO2 equivalent saved in our own KCM methane emission, and this is a difference of 114,000 tons when compared to our competitors, and also a 30% increase in fruits and vegetables preserved to improve food security, which is a difference of 162,000 tons when compared with our competitors. Next slide, please. My dream as a founder in 5 years is to reduce post-harvest loss by 30%, creating a minimum of 200 direct jobs, also capturing 10% of the Nigerian market and entering into the African market in our 5th year. This also includes attaining a 30% profit margin and training 1,000 women and youth for agricultural development and climate action, and by our 10th year to attain a $10 billion valuation. This is achievable because we have a team of capable lens, which consists of myself, an agricultural development economist. Michael is our technical lead, vast in the area of IoT, robotics, ICT, as well as waste management. We also have Mr. Olusegun, who is our expert on circular economy and climate action, and Aloy, who is our digital marketing officer. Your enduring contribution will also be a propelling force for our success, because for us at Pazo Green Solutions, solutions are not just products, but a movement towards achieving a robust and low-waste economy in Africa. I am Oluwadamlola Olowoshenri, the founder and CEO of Pazo Green Technologies Limited, where we provide innovative and sustainable solutions to mitigate the problem of food and other agro-waste in Africa. Thank you very much for listening.
All right, thank you. That was right on time, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. All right, judges, question for Damilola and her team. All right, Mr. Emmanuel, please unmute and ask your question.
Dami, you're a very bold woman.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but my question is, what is your source of electricity for the cold storage?
Okay, thank you for your question, sir. So we are not using electricity because these are competing products. So what we are using is, we are working with the microclimate of nature by using the technique of evaporative cooling technology. So that is what we're using.
That's interesting. Has it been tested before? Is it working?
Okay, actually, this particular solution is something that's been used across Africa for decades now, but it's not so common because it's smallholder farmers that are really using it just to preserve it. So we saw that the period we had now is actually a case of cost effectiveness. So we're looking for how we can actually make the best of the little we have and still get the best result. So this is something that we have people using all over, and we even have people that come from different African countries to come and test this. So it's something that has been proven to work. So what we want to do is to using technology and get the best of it while minimizing costs.
All right, thank you.
All right, next is Sophie.
Yeah, thank you. Really, really good pitch. Just there's a lot of cold storage solutions out there on the market already. So can you tell me in 1 or 2 sentences what your value proposition is above the competitors?
Okay. So like I said, because our solution, basically, we are looking for a closed shift competitor. These are the solar powered cold storages, fully powered by solar. So our own solution is much more rested on evaporative cooling process. So it is just solar assisted, which means our cost of production is way cheaper compared to our competitors, which means we can actually scale faster in time compared to our competitors. Thank you very much.
All right, Sophia, does that answer your question?
Yes, very well. Thank you.
All right, Engineer Betty, please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much, Olimide, for the wonderful pitch. I just want to ask, at what temperature will this be?
What's the meaning of it?
I can't hear you.
There's a lot of echo. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can.
Okay, at what temperature will this your system be operating? Because you know there's a lot of vegetables, get shriveled at a very high temperature, and by the time you take it back to the market, within hours, it starts looking pale. So at what temperature and what other preservatives are you going to include in this to ensure that the vegetable looks fresh every time it's taken out of the cooling system. Did you think of that? Hello.
I think she's muted.
Yeah, I think you're muted.
Myself or Olumide?
No, Oluwadamilola.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much, ma. So I was saying, like you rightly said, there are lots of fruits and vegetables that perform at different temperatures. So this is one of those key things that we're also considering at our own end, to be able to provide a modular storage design in such a way that each section for each fruits and vegetables is designed, the microclimate is designed in such a way to favor that particular produce that is stored in that section. That is one of those things that we're doing. And one of those things that we're also doing is the biopreservation technology process. To what we are doing is to find a way to reduce every kind of impact that the nature can actually have that increases the speed of decomposition. So what we are doing is to monitor these gases and also like create a means by which we can actually divert these gases out so that we can have a cleaner environment where we can extend the shelf life of the fruits and vegetables. So we're going to be using this area, we're going to be using the likes of AI, temperature and humidity sensors, and some other things just to make sure that we are keeping intact of the situation within the system. And also we can get a live update on what is going on within the system through a real life monitoring.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, in your next speech, make sure you mention this, bring it out, because it's a major consideration. You understand? Please make sure you x-ray this. It's very, very important because, like you rightly mentioned now, decomposition. Once you bring any vegetable out of the cooling environment, leave it for a few minutes or a few hours, it will start, so please make sure you mention that so that the investors will know that, okay, you have this, you have taken it into consideration and you have provisions for it to take care of it.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much, Oluwadamilola. I think that's one of the reasons why we have these experts as judges, to not just judge, but also to give you comments and ideas that will be useful to you. Thank you so much. All right, best of luck. Next line is PET PVC. Are you ready?
I'm very ready, sir.
All right, thank you. I will share your slide in a second. I should also confirm with my judges. Can we go on, or do you need a few minutes to conclude on the last person? Should I go on?
You can go on from my point of view.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you. All right. Can you see your slide?
Oh, great. I can see my slide, sir.
All right. Your time starts now.
Welcome. PET2PVC manufactures rigid PVC conduit pipes, which are proposed for electric wiring within the built environment. Our deal, next slide. Our deal, sir. PET2PVC sells rigid PVC conduit pipes for electric wiring, specifically 20 mm in diameter and 25 mm in diameter only. And we sell these at the rate of 5,000 Naira only per bundle. Within a bundle, we have 25 pieces of pipes. Next slide, sir. Our beachhead markets are distributors of PVC conduit pipes across 36 states of Nigeria. Notably, distributors have the highest rating within the market segments analysis table. That's why we have these distributors as our beachhead market. And the beachhead market constitutes 34,200 distributors across Nigeria. and it is currently valued at 54.8 billion naira. Next slide, sir. Our customer value proposition. Our customers are existing distributors of rigid PVC conduit pipes within 36 states of Nigeria. Notably, we have cheaper sales price for these pipes. We have approved quality certification. We have more pipes that are more eco-friendly, better quality in terms of malleability, ergonomy, and durability. Before me, we have the chart. As we can readily see, PET2PVC sells ahead of time. We need to let you know that this is rated. Every pipes you're seeing here, I think about 6 of them, are rated against the one of the highest cost in the market, which is Dignity Pipe. PET2PVC sells the lowest. Why? Because it has the lowest unit cost of production. Next slide, sir. Our products. Now, we manufacture, our intent is to convert 250,000 metric tons per year of PET bottles. The PET bottles goes into recycling, goes into pelletization afterwards. It goes into depolymerization. Herein, in depolymerization, the polymer bonds are broken down through chemical processes. You know, therein, in the chemical process, we have formation of the ethylene. Ethylene goes through direct chlorination. And afterwards, we achieve vin chloride monomer, which forms the building block of the PVC powder. Notably also, the vin chloride monomer goes into cracking, thermal cracking, a thermal furnace that gives us the raw PVC powder. And the raw PVC powder goes into the production line equipment, which ultimately forms the PET, which ultimately forms the conduit pipe. Now, our competitive advantage, 16.7% cheaper than the cheapest pipes in the market, lower unit cost, approved certification, CE certification, NIS and UL, which is North America, CE is European standard, and the NIS is Nigerian quality standard. We have 2 byproducts in the manufacturing process. We have pipes. The pipe is integrated with coupler. That's the competitive advantage. It has high ergonomy, malleability, and durability. The pipe is longer than what obtains in the market. Next slide, sir. Our customer discovery. We were able to speak with 20 customers, successful. Not all are successful anyway. Some declined, but majority, welcome our visitation. Key assumption tested: existence of same length for pipes of dominant brands. That is 1. 2, exclusivity of dominant brand in the marketplace. Thirdly, transportation of pipes from manufacturer by distributors is obligatory. What we found as our biggest discovery in this customer discovery is that Dignity, being dominant brand, comes in 2 different lengths, 3 meters and 2 meters. Secondly, there is a pervasive plagiarism of dominant brand by aggressive distributors who also imports their pipes. Thirdly, pipes are sometimes delivered to distributors based on agreement. Next slide, sir. Our financials, sir. Based on inputs of necessary cost variables, we were able to achieve at annual profit of 27.4 billion naira. And the key drivers in our financials is low unit cost of production, low sales price, economy of scale, break even at the 2nd year. Next slide. Climate impact. At 50% of beachhead market, we save 517,500 metric tons of CO2 emissions annually.
All right, that will be all. Time up. I'll allow you to speak on your founder team and your management team. All right, sir.
Okay, we intend to acquire market share of 50% at 25% margin by 2027 to offset 517,500 metric tons of CO2 emissions annually, to attain net worth of 68.5 billion naira by 2028, to convert 250,000 metric tons of PET bottles annually, to design 3D model for 7 meter by 21 meter ocean plastic extractor by 2025, to manufacture world-class ocean plastic extractor by 2028, and ramp up PVC end products. In our team, is my humble self, Engineer Olakunle Theophilosakis. I'm an electrical engineer by profession. The next in our team is Orelope Kunle Ibrahim, is a business administrator and is in charge of finance and administration. Thirdly, we have in our team research, is in care of research and development, a metallurgical and material engineer, Falano Samuel Olumide. I'm humbled to have presented this report. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. And I can see the judges have question already. Mr. Olamide, please, can you unmute and ask your question?
Thank you very much for that insightful presentation. I can see that you're addressing a very important problem. I just had one very brief input, maybe a comment or a question as it is. I was wondering, in terms of your inputs, which will be PET, more recently, because there's a growing demand, there's a lot of use cases for that material. And I was wondering if you are factoring in...
Mr. Olamide, can you please speak up a little bit?
Oh, yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, better. Okay, so I'll just summarize what I was saying. I was wondering your inputs, which will be PET, so you get that from the plastic bottles. There's a growing demand for that, so the price, I believe, per kilo or whatever might be going up. Have you factored that into your projections? That's the
price. The price of what, sir? The price of what, sir?
Of the PET, the plastic that you use for your end product, the inputs. There's quite a bit of demand for it nowadays. There's a growing industry in that sense. So I was just wondering, for thinking of the long term, how you intend to mitigate what could become a problem in terms of finding your inputs.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Before arriving at these figures here, we made preliminary research on in aspect of demand and in aspect of cost that prevails in the marketplace. And we realized that the PVC, which has the highest cost, goes for about 8,500 in the market. And other ones have lower prices. And like I rightly stated, the next pipe, which is more cost, which is closer to dignity in terms of cost, although a little bit lower, are those that are being plagiarized by some distributors and some other ones. So we've factored in all this cost, and we realized that PET to PVC will offer the best. Why? Because of the low, because of the unique processing of PET bottles. It has low unit cost. Two, it has the power that will be using is entirely 100% solar powered. Even though it has high upfront cost, the long-term cost benefit is there comparatively. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you. Sophie, please go ahead with your question.
I think my question was just answered actually, because I was going to ask about the actual process for processing the bottles, but yeah, you just answered it with 100% solar power.
Great.
So.
Then, Mr. Emmanuel, do you have a question on your hand just raised?
So I think Olamide's question was around costs of your raw materials, that it can go up as there's pressure of demand on it, because people are demanding more plastic bottles these days. So he was asking, have you factored that going to the future?
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Statistically, based on proven statistics, Nigeria generates 2.5 million of PET bottles annually. And our projection, our focus is on exploiting 250,000 metric tons per annum, which is about 10% of what Nigeria generates. And as time goes on, like if you could see in our dream, in the founder's dream, we have projection for the future to design a 3D model for 7 meter by 21 meter ocean plastic extractor, such that by as soon as it's been manufactured, we would extract PET bottles from the ocean, lake, lagoons, the creeks, and the what have you. Once we have them out, we'll equally exploit them. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Last but not the least, Engineer Betsy, your question, please.
Okay, thank you very much. I think he just explained, because I was a bit concerned that he didn't answer Mr. Lumide's question But in addition to costs, sustenance of the supply should be considered, because like Mr. Limide said, there is a lot of competing use of that PET bottle now. So you have to really think of alternative and sustainable source of raw material. It's a good idea, it's a good project, but I'm always very concerned about the sustainability of the ideas we are developing. It's very important. When you place whatever you're doing on the Venn diagram to meet the requirements, viability is perfect, vulnerability is perfect, but when it comes to feasibility, please let us take some time and actually review. In the next 2-3 years, will the raw materials still be available? Do we have strong competing uses for them, which you might not have control over? So I think you've addressed it, but please put it into consideration of what you must put in perspective when you are evaluating your courses and the scalability of this project when it comes to fusion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much, PET to PVC, for your pitch. All right, Plastic Build, are you ready for us?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, then Reclaim, you'll be coming up immediately after Plastic Build. All right, give me a second to pull up your presentation. Please, can you confirm?
So much background noise. So much background.
All right, Amidu, try and
Okay.
remove yourself from that background. But can you see your screen, your pitch deck?
Yes, I can see my pitch deck.
All right, are you ready?
Okay. Is there still so much background noise? Can you hear me now?
Let me know if you are ready. Yes, we can hear you. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, your time starts now.
Okay, thank you. My name is Amidu Mohammed. I'm the founder and creative director of Plastic Build Creative Solutions. At Plastic Build Creative Solutions, we leverage on innovative upcycling technologies to bridge the gap in sustainable products. For the purpose of Climate Launchpad, I'm going to be focusing on our revolutionary products called EcoFit Footwears. EcoFit Footwears have been designed to solve the problem of tire waste generation in Nigeria. Nigeria generates 259 million end-of-life tires annually, which are being burnt in a means of disposing them, increasing carbon emissions. Whereas there are millions, over 20 million children and women in Nigeria walking around without footwears, as you can see on the cover diagram. Our deal, next slide, please. Our deal is a very simple process, which involves us collecting these tires instead of them getting to the landfill and being incinerated. By doing that, we're cleaning up the community and we're ensuring a cleaner and greener community for all. And at the end result, we get our fashion, trendy, and sustainable footwears called EcoFit Footwears. The market we are targeting as our beachhead market for now is Southwest Nigeria, specifically Lagos State. Lagos State has a lot of fashion enthusiasts, and the circular economy is growing rapidly in Lagos State as the highest in Nigeria. So from the Southwest, which is Lagos State being the primary spot on the Southwest, we intend to expand to Northern Nigeria, Northwestern Nigeria, and Northeastern Nigeria. Why are we expanding to these markets after conquering our beachhead? It's because we have discovered that there are a lot of refugees and out of school children wandering around the streets, including women without footwears. Our customer value proposition We have done our market research and we've discovered that EcoFit footwears rank higher in durability in terms of months, because our market helped us discover that people, especially those in Nigeria, change their footwears at least twice every year. So when you buy EcoFit footwears, it has a durability of a minimum of 24 months, whereas other footwears have just about 3 months or 4 months for their durability. In terms of sustainability, EcoFit footwear reduces about 3.3 kg emissions is what we give, and we're trying to reduce that by saving 7.7 kg of emissions, because other footwears give a minimum of 10 kg per pair. Our product is a simple, as the diagram has shown, from the waste, we collect them, we process them in collaboration with local talents, which in this case are the cobblers, and we get our fashion trendy and sustainable EcoFit footwears. What's our competitive advantage? Our competitive advantage in this case is that we have availability of raw materials. As I said, 259 million end-of-life tires are released into the Nigerian ecosystem every year. 2.5 million vehicles move every day in Lagos. Our local talent and research institution collaboration, we are currently collaborating with the University of Lagos in developing a machine to scale up our production. And we have high scalability due to the growing market for sustainable products and increased eco-friendly consumer choices in Nigeria. According to a recent statistics by the MacArthur Foundation, 60% of consumers across Africa are willing to pay more for sustainable products. Our customer discovery, we interview 30 customers and we ask them key questions like, how often do you change your slippers? How much more can you pay for a sustainable alternative? And do you consider luxury? So 20 out of our 30 customers said they change their slippers at least twice every year. 60% are willing to pay as much as 7,000 naira for a sustainable alternative. And they consider luxury and fashion as a key purchase factor, which we have embedded in our EcoFit footwear as they are trendy, of different colors and of different designs. Our financials, we look forward to making a profit of 1.9 billion naira every year if we're able to sell products about 822,000 per year by conquering the entire Nigerian market after exceeding our beachhead markets. Our climate impact. Other footwear brands release 10 kg of CO2 emissions per pair, but EcoFit footwear, we release just 3.3 kg of CO2 emissions, which we are working actively to even reduce. This helps us save 7.7 kg of CO2 emissions from every pair of EcoFit footwear we release. So by conquering 75% of our beachhead markets, 30.8257 tons of CO2 emissions would be removed. Our team, myself, I'm the founder and also head of research and innovation for the team. I have a background in chemistry education with years of experience in circular economy and environmental sustainability. Hikmat Quadri is an engineering graduate and also our creative director. And Aloze Insinimobi is our business advisor and the founder and managing director of Pinpoint Nigeria Limited, a company that is based on providing eco solutions. Our founder's dream to become the leading sustainability brand in Africa in the next 5 years by 2028, to provide sustainable footwear for at least 20% of children and women in vulnerable communities and groups in Nigeria within the next 5 years. And we also hope to achieve a $1 million valuation by 2028. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on this program.
Thank you so much, Hamidu. Judges, over to you. Questions? Mr. Emmanuel, I can see your hands up. Is it for now or starting up?
It was a legacy hand, but I just want to say well done. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Judges, any other question for Hamidu and his sustainable slippers?
Okay. Again, it's about the sustainability of the supply of the raw material, because used tires now have a lot of competing uses. My project was on the use of production of adhesive from using used tires. And I know that somebody is pursuing that already and other uses. So think of adding other sorts of raw materials. You can even add the recycling of worn out footwears, you know, like you said, some people discard theirs after 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, depending. So think of, you know, collecting those ones, recycling them and adding them to the, I'm just suggesting. But the major issue is the scalability. When you're making your pitch, let your vendors know that you've really researched into that, and you have provision on how to sustain that, because no vendor will want to embark on any business that after 3 months or 3 years, a competitor will come and disrupt them out of the market because you could not sustain the source of the raw material. Thank you. That is a good idea anyway.
Okay, Ma. Thank you very much. In response
Thank
to
you.
that,
Okay.
in response to that, the source of the raw material we have identified as a very factor and one of our key drivers for our income. We are partnering, or we're already partners with Loma, and Loma is aware that we source raw materials in form of discarded tires. So, but it's important to understand that we don't use the entire tire. We use just about 30% of the tire, because we use the upper thread of the tire. The lower thread of the tire that contains the steel rings and other rubber parts can still be given to these guys that are sourcing for tar oil through the pyrolysis process. Also, in addition, in terms of scalability, we've been able to validate this, because on Wednesday, I was at the Lagos Circular Economy Hotspot, where I met with the governor, and he was introduced to the EcoFit future concept. Right there on spot, the governor made an order for about 500 footwears to be distributed to children in vulnerable communities like Makoko and the rest of that. So in order to meet up with this demand, we are collaborating with research institutions like the University of Lagos, where I'm currently going to meet with the head of mechanical engineering and fabrication to help us fabricate machines that can help us scale up the production process. Because currently now we make about 10 footwears per day. And for us to be able to meet up with our larger demand, increasing demand challenge, we need machines. And we're already doing this in collaboration with the Faculty of Engineering of the University of Lagos. And there's already a waiting order of over 600 pairs for us to deliver within the next 4 months. Thank you.
Okay, please, in a lighter mood, please ensure you inscribe on it, made in Nigeria and not made in China. Thank you.
Definitely, made in Nigeria, made in Lagos. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Hamidu, for your presentation. Thank you. All right. Coming up now is Reclaim. Are you ready for us?
Yes, I am.
All right, great. After Reclaim, we'll have Solar Money CM Africa. Please get ready. Reclaim, your presentation will come up.
Thank you. No, I was here. No need. Thank you. I'm done. Thank you very much.
All right, Hamidu, you can. Okay. All right, Reclaim, can you confirm you can see my your slide?
Yes, I can. If you could reduce it a little bit. Thank you, Tosin. Fantastic.
Oh, no. How about now?
Good. I'm good.
Okay. Your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. Please, if you could take a look at your screen, I'm very sure your first response or reaction to the picture on the right-hand corner of my first slide will be that of disgust. Currently, Nigeria produces over 2.5 million plastic PET bottles per annum. And Reclaim is on a mission to solve 4 major challenges which plastic waste is causing to our environment. And that is to reduce plastic waste, drastically reduce plastic waste that goes to landfills, to automate the process of collection of this plastic waste by using reverse vending machines, to build a comprehensive incentive-based system, and through policy advocacy and partnerships, build a deposit refund system. Hi, my name is Patrick Odu, and I'm the co-founder of Reclaim, where our major goal is to reward its recyclers and make an impact by fostering recycling culture. Next slide, please. Our deal is simple, right? We are collecting this plastic waste from source, thereby mitigating them getting to the landfills, right? We incentivize the depositors or the consumers with that's 2 cents per kilogram, and we sell the same plastics to businesses that are manufacturing plants, recycle plants, and beverage manufacturing companies at 120 naira per kilogram, which is about 16 cents, and 220 naira per kilogram, which is about 29 cents for crushed and uncrushed PETs and plastic waste. Next slide, please. Currently in Nigeria, the Nigerian plastic waste recycling industry is valued at over $2 billion. And our serviceable addressable market is our focus, which is Lagos, which churns out over 870,000 tons of plastic waste per year. Our serviceable obtainable market is the 10% market share we're looking for in this. Next slide, please. Our customer value proposition is simple. Now, over 88% of this plastic waste being consumed end up in landfills, right? Our goal is to drastically reduce this between 45 to 58% of what gets to the landfills, as opposed to the current rate of recycling, which is below 12% in Nigeria. Our plan is to bolster that up by 83%. To build a comprehensive incentive-based system, we're hoping to leverage off of what already exists now and bolster that up by 33.3%. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Oh, wow, product, okay. So for this, it's easy. Currently, we're using an incentive-based, a community-facing incentive-based system where we use tight-knit communities like estates in the northern Nigeria. Our plan is to build mini depots where this uses simple USSD technology. Approach the depots, input your phone number, get a code where you get access to the chutes, and the ticket will be printed where you stick it on the plastic, put it in the chute, and securely secure your plastic waste. We afterwards take this to the businesses I mentioned earlier, recycling companies, beverage manufacturing companies, and recycling plants. Next picture, please. Next slide. Our assumptions were broad, right? We streamlined this to just 3 questions that we asked 100 people, and 3 questions we asked businesses. Do you recycle? These are for the people, the consumers. Do you recycle? Would you recycle if you were properly incentivized? And how are you currently incentivized if you currently recycle? And these are the results we got. We also asked the businesses the challenges they were facing, where they were sourcing these plastic PETs, bottles and waste from, the cost of processing those plastic wastes, and what it takes for them to reuse them, and the cost for them reusing them for other products. Next slide, please. Our financials. From our current community-based approach and our target market share of 10%, we are hoping to achieve over $1 million at the end of the year. And our key drivers are recyclers and manufacturing capacity, recycling plant capacity to process what we bring to them, the cost of delivery, and the cost we sell this plastic waste to them. Next slide, please. Our climate impact is to reduce drastically, again, the amount of plastic waste that goes to landfills and increase and bolster the recycling efforts being made now, between 45 to 58% of that.
All right, Simon, please go through your management.
So here I have our founders, right? Our dream is to reduce 45% of plastic waste that goes to landfills by collecting them from source using our reverse vending solution. and to launch our first reverse vending machine by Q2, and also to build and champion the policy for a deposit refund system by Q2 of 2024. It's myself, Patrick Godu, with the BSc in Electrical Electronics Engineering, our Chief Operating Officer, who has a massive skill set when it comes to operations, and our research and development team headed by Davison Esezebo. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your presentation. Judges, questions? Judges? I can't see any hands up. All right, Sophie, please go ahead and unmute and ask a question.
Yep, thanks, Patrick, for your presentation. So is it correct that the reverse vending machines are for plastic bottles only to begin with, or do they work on other, other materials as well?
Thank you for the question, Sophie. So currently we are dealing based on specificity, right? Where we are facing plastics first. And to be honest, we actually take aluminum cans, but our major focus right now is on plastic beverage containers. And this cuts across water to sodas and whatnot. So for now, to answer your question more accurately, our focus now is on plastics, where when we scale, we're looking to collect aluminum cans.
All right, thank you so much, Patrick. Do you have any other question? I think I will allow one more from the judges, if there are. Going 1, 2. Olamide, I think you want to. Are you okay?
Can you hear me?
It's breaking, but I think you can try
hear me
again.
now?
Yes, it's better now.
Hello? Yeah, I don't know how my connection is there. Can you hear me? Okay.
It's quite okay, but you
So,
will be happy if you can.
mine's a bit of a suggestion in terms of
Sir, we can't hear you again. Hello, Olamide. All right, we can't hear you, Olamide, but since it's a suggestion.
I think I'll just drop that one. I don't think the connection is favoring it.
All right, since it's a suggestion, please, you can put it in the chat box for Patrick to.
Yes, please. I'd appreciate that very much. Salamide, you can send it to me. You can send it on the group or something. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Thank you so much, Patrick, for your presentation. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Next is Solar Money. Solar Money, are you ready for us? Solar Money, can you confirm that you are ready?
I am.
All right, thank you. Immediately after Solar Money, Wheatstone, get ready. Then Friars Bio, get ready. Then we are almost done. So Solar Money, your presentation will come up shortly. Solar Money, can you confirm you can see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
All right, are you ready for us?
Yes.
All right, let me ask my judges just one more time. Judges, can I go ahead?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Mayowa, can you mute? Okay. All right, Solar Money, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. I'm so honored to be here. My name is Tony Ademi. I'm the CEO and one of the founders of Solar Money. Solar Money is an energy asset financier for tier one solar energy appliances in Nigeria. It is tackling energy poverty by providing free consultancy, short-term loans, and capacity building to accelerate private ownership of PV and energy storage units for families, small farm holders, and businesses and off-grid rural and low-income communities. It actually accomplishes this through a BNPL, buy now pay later model for solar appliances by targeting customers with good credit history or members of Service Club who can make outright payment for solar energy products. We partner with over 300 solar retail companies who instantly recommend us to customers who can't make outright payment for solar appliances. Solar Money makes money from commission that ranges from 7.5% to that percent the sale, while allowing customers to pay within a period of 90 to 365 days. Next slide, please. Our vision is to actually accelerate private ownership of solar energy appliances to power over 1 million African homes and businesses through financial inclusion and capacity building by 2030. Next slide. Our beachhead is rural and urban Nigeria with our headquarters in Lagos State. We have about 60 million Nigerians that uses diesel daily. We want to convert about 5% of this particular figure to solar appliances owners, and we want to actually do that through financing them. We have about 50 million rural women who actually uses firewood too. They are our target. Presently, we have just about 1 million people who are using solar in Nigeria. So, and this is a very low number to what we can actually accomplish. So our sum is presently in southwestern Nigeria, and we plan to expand to other part of Nigeria in the next 2 years. Next slide, please. Our value proposition is simply solar asset financing. We provide credit facilities to unbanked and bank customers to power homes and businesses with solar appliances through BNPL. And then we're targeting off-grid communities, schools, small businesses, hospitals, even EV owners and other people who actually require products. And then we create what we call ease of payment. Customer can actually pay back within 90 days to 365 days. And they get to use different ranges of payment from crypto down to bank transfers. And then we also provide better pricing in the form of we actually sell using the manufacturer's prices, which is far much more lower. And then customers can actually, over time, they can actually add more solar hardware over time. You can start with maybe an appliance that provides about maybe 1,000 kilowatts of electricity. With time, you can actually increase that to maybe 5,000, 10,000, depending on actually what you want. And then our other proposition includes instant onboarding. Customers can onboard on our website within 10 minutes. They can also create what we call free energy profile. We have an AI app that helps them calculate the energy requirements and other benefits. Next slide, please. These are products. We provide 3 types of products. We have the family energy loan, we have the small businesses, and we have the enterprise. The family energy loan actually covers solar appliances such as solar cook stoves, which are used by thousands of rural women presently, solar household lighting, solar powered fans, and other related household solar appliances for better quality of life. And we also have the small energy loan, which covers solar appliances such as solar pumps for farmers, solar dryers, solar freezers, and others. And the enterprise loan covers higher and larger capacity solar asset financing for communities and SMEs. And next slide. Our customer discovery was actually made through data we got from REEN. REEN stands for the Renewable Energy Association of Nigeria. They actually stated that 98% of all the customers who actually make inquiries about solar appliances, they walk away, they never come back, simply because of the outrageous prices $100 might not be a lot of money to people who live in the United States of Europe, but it's a lot of money for people who live in off-grid and rural Africa. So we actually interviewed a lot of customers, and we realized that we can actually help them finance the ownership, and they can actually pay us back in installments, and they're even willing to pay as high as 30%. So that is our discovery, and we actually implement this in our pricing model. Next slide, please. This is a financial. We projected a profit of over 51 million this year, and we are making averagely a profit of over 10,000 per customers, and we're targeting.
All right, thank you. That will be all. I'll allow you to go through your founder's dream.
All right. All right. These are the team. Myself, Tunde Adeyemi. I studied environmental education. I've been in the field of renewable energy for over 10 years, and we have the co-founders. Damila Salami, she is a former banker, and then we have our social media expert, and we have our CTO, Michael Riemann. And our founders' dream is to accelerate private ownership of solar energy appliances to power over 10 million African homes and businesses through financial inclusion and capacity building. And we plan to become the next solar energy unicorn startup by 2030. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Tunde. Judges, over to you. Question for Tunde. Judges, I can't see any hands up. Mr. Emmanuel, please unmute and ask your question.
So what I like about your presentation is the statistics, the data, and you went to the right source, REN. But note that the competition is gradually building up for solar as a service, which is what you're offering, and then the credit facility. But your name does not tie up with the product. I thought it was some sort of payment system where it says solar money. So I don't know, your name can maybe give somebody different thoughts. But what you're doing literally is solar as a service, and it's a very fantastic concept that is coming up. It is one of the reasons that we've had very low solar adoption in Nigeria, because everybody has to think about how they're going to raise that initial capital to buy the equipment. But once you can solve that problem, then there will be rapidity in the pace of uptake of solar electrical systems in Nigeria. So well done.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Olamide?
Yeah, thank you very much for that presentation. I hope I'm clear. I'm struggling here with my thing.
Yes, you are clear.
Okay, excellent. So I just had a question on the business model itself. There's a prevailing problem, like Emmanuel said. This has gotten quite popular lately, and one of the biggest problems with solar adoption, renewables, and the rest of it is the ability to pay. So I think I was wondering if you have a specific focus on how you will manage this. Some ideas around solving that problem have been to focus on productive use. And so I was just wondering if this is some thinking went into that. Thank you.
Okay. Is the question about our loan recovery or the financing?
It's a bit of both. The loan recovery and also the financing. I believe that you spoke a little bit to that, but more of the recovery, and if you are sort of making strategies to mitigate that.
All right, thank you, Mr. Olamide. Actually, from experience in the solar field, we discovered that retailers always have about 80% of their stock year in, year out. They don't sell it simply because many people they run away from them. So, and we're like, we can get this product out for you. Why not collect the money in installments? You sell it to us, we actually help you get it out, and then we can actually make a part payment And then within 6 months to 12 months, we can actually make the full payment. We are going to help you get it to end users, and then we do the recovery. And for the loan recovery, we have 3 steps. We give every customer a guarantor's form, and we vet the guarantors. The guarantors are usually account officers, employees, community leaders, or savers club representative. And we do 30 days daily SMS reminder, required feedback. And then also we have what we call a court order that empowers us to recover the solar appliances if the customer defaults loan payment. This way we encourage customers to actually pay back, and then we give them the full incentive to actually, to take full ownership of solar appliances.
All right, thank you so much. I believe you've answered the question, and that will be all from the judges. Thank you so much, Tunde, for your presentation. I'll be moving on to the next person, which is Winston. Winston, are you ready for us?
Yeah, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Immediately after Winston, we have Files Bio Energy. Then we'll have the last Tiny Heavy Technology. So we have 3 more to go. Winston, I will share your screen in a sec. I will share my screen for you to see. So Winston, can you confirm that you can see my screen and your slide?
Yeah, I can see.
All right. Your time starts now.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sheba Kapang. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Wisdom Gate. So what we do at Wisdom Gate basically right now is that we provide solar energy solutions to households and businesses across Nigeria. But then in the last 2 years, we discovered that we still have rural communities who are in blackouts. And most especially, we have nursing mothers who raise their kids in blackouts. And trust me, I was a victim of this 25 years ago. When you raise children in blackout, you expose them to the risk of partial blindness. They are not exposed to the proper lighting that should develop their retinas. So they are at risk of partial blindness. And this is why we brought out a new product offering at Wisdom Gate. Please, next slide, please. Next slide, please. So we decided to bring out a smart solar energy box that will help nursing mothers to train their kids in a friendly environment and with appropriate lighting that will help them develop their retinas and mitigate the risk of partial blindness. And these boxes come in 3 varieties. We operate a B2C business model. Next slide, please. Yeah, so our total market is valued at $24.7 billion. There are about 40 million families in rural communities across Nigeria, and we plan to capture 11% of this market in 10 years of operation. Next slide, please. Yeah, our target customers are rural communities who have infants in these families, and they are aware of the risk of partial blindness, and they are willing to pay to actually mitigate this risk. Our value proposition, unlike our competitors like the MTN Lumos box and Sapphire Energy, our box will come with a thermometer. This thermometer will be used to check the temperature of all these infants, because most of these women, they do not have access to proper medical checkups for their infants. They have to cross villages and towns to get through real medical systems. So, but with this our box, aside from the fact that is providing light and every other thing, it comes with a thermometer that is used to check the temperature of these infants at their homes instead of traveling across villages. Next slide, please. So like I said, our solution is a smart solar energy box that we sell out to these nursing mothers in rural communities. Like I said, it exposes their infants to the proper lighting. When they are not exposed to proper lighting, they are more or less going to be like partially blind, and it's a big risk that we need to mitigate in Africa. Next slide, please. Yeah, my co-founder and who is the CEO of Florence, she has spoken to various nursing mothers across rural communities in Ogun State, Ebonyi, and Akwa Ibom State, and we found out that these women are not even aware of the risk of the risk that they are placing their infants in, and so we were able to lecture them and we're able to get some subscribers, some mothers who are willing to pay for our services once we launch. And so we have their data and we reach out to them once we launch our product into the market. Next slide, please. Our financial projection. For the first year of our of operation, we target a revenue of $100,000 in the first year. And then in our fifth year of operation, we target a revenue of $1.2 million. Next slide, please. Yeah, so through our calculation, we have an assumption that by the time 1,000 families across Nigeria adopt to our innovation, we'll be saving the earth of about 1 billion tons of greenhouse gas emission per annum. And that's a lot. Next slide, please. So the founder's dream, our core vision at Wisdom Gate is just to be at the forefront of the fight against climate change and to also better the lives of mothers and infants in rural communities across Africa. So on the team, I'm Shadak Akpan. I have a background in electrical electronics engineering. I'm also a certified solar engineer. I have Florence Olagudoye, my co-founder, who is also our CEO. She has a background in business administration from the University of Lagos. We have Asiwaju Ojo, who is our CTO. He has a master's degree in mechatronics engineering from Kingston University, London. We have Christina Akpan, who is our marketing manager. On our advisory board, we have Adewale Ucho and Gbega Yorokun, who are our growth and strategy advisor and also our finance advisor, respectively. On our advisory board, these two men have over 75 years of work experience at their respective field of professionalism. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your presentation, Winston. Judges, all right, I can see Engineer Betty raising her hand already. Please unmute and ask your question.
Thank you very much, Cedric, for this wonderful idea. I'm just a bit worried about the unit costs and if these rural women will be able to afford it, because your projection is very, very high in terms of returns. So let me just know the unit costs and how the rural women will be able to afford this.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. And so one of the ways, the unit cost is about $50. And one of the ways we plan to actually reduce this unit cost to $50 is through mass production. So we are aware that all these solar materials are really, really expensive. But if we produce them in bulk, that is to produce like 1,000, 2,000 at a time, it will reduce the operational cost, and which will also help to reduce the selling price. But then if we are manufacturing like say 100 at once, we won't be able to drop the selling price to $50. So one of the ways we can maintain this very cheap and affordable price for the rural community mothers is to actually produce in bulk, so that the importation fee and the cost of production, it might be large, but when we divide them into those particular sales, the cost of producing one will be really, really cheap. I don't know if you answered the question, Mark.
That's fine. It just, I think you should also look at getting sponsors, because we know the rural areas, their source of income and how sustainable it is for them to maintain that. So look in the area of getting sponsors in order to bring the cost down and make it appealing for the rural women to buy into it. That is one. What of after service maintenance is this so durable that they don't need after service maintenance, since you're targeting the rural areas? If it is in town, they can always reach out to you and your team or any subsequent maintenance. Do you have any strategy in place to ensure that they don't have any after service issues that will guarantee them dropping it at the first instance of discomfort? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And so, we, like I said, okay, I didn't explain the fact that we are not selling out batteries, inverters, and all of those things. We have these materials embedded in a particular box. So this box is going to be operating on its own. So they won't need there won't be any serious need of maintenance because it's just going to be in a particular box. They are not different hard cells. It's just a particular box and then a solar panel on the roof. Solar panels do not really need maintenance. Just adequate. When you have rainfall, you wash out the dust on the solar panels. Then the box is in the house. We are not connecting anything together or any battery or any battery. It's just in a particular box. So there will not be any serious need for maintenance. So in case there is the need for maintenance, we have also made plans for them to reach out to us personally, maybe through phone calls or text and all of those stuff. But with the way we are designing it, our CTU, Asiwa Jojo, we make sure that the components in these boxes are top-notch quality, and there's not going to be any immediate need for maintenance or repairs. So we are taking care of that, man. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Do you have any other question from our judges? All right. Thank you so much, Winston, for your presentation. All right. Next, we have Fairs Bio. Are you ready for us?
Yes, I can. I'm ready for you.
All right. Then immediately after him, we'll have Tenu EV, who is the last person. Thank you. Your presentation will be coming up now. Please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see it.
All right, your time starts now.
About up to 4 million people die prematurely each year due to illnesses related to indoor air pollution that comes from the exposure to the open fires, inefficient cook stoves, and the use of firewood to cook their daily meals. Women and children are disproportionately impacted as they spend most times near the cooking areas. Providing access to clean and affordable energy is vital in saving lives and improving gender equality. My name is Fortune Riadbaiwe, and I am the CEO of Fires Bioenergy. At Fires Bioenergy, we are solving the global crisis of lack of access to clean and affordable energy to those in the underserved communities. The deal: we are selling our product, Orion Pro 1, a hybrid solar biomass cook stoves, to households and food vendors in the local communities of Kano State for a value of 35 euros. Next slide, please. Our beachhead market is in Kano State, where we have 1.8 million households, where about 90% of them still uses firewood to cook their meal. After we conquer our beachhead markets, we will then extend to other states of Nigeria, where we have a serviceable addressable market of 13 million households. Next slide, please. For our value proposition, we have compared our product to other alternative fuel sources for cooking in terms of fuel cost per year. Our product ranks the lowest with a value of 15 euro per year. Firewood comes next, kerosene follows, then LPG has the highest valuation of a whopping 75 euros for cooking spent on fuel per year for cooking costs. Our other Orion Pro 1 advantages are reduced time spent in cooking. We also have our innovative financial models, which are the pay-as-you-go model and the carbon financing. Also, our product offers access to electricity in the rural area to those who lack access to it, where they can charge their phones and their LED lamps. Next slide, please. For our product, we are taking the necessary steps to protect our intellectual properties. Currently, as we speak, our patents, we have 2 patents in progress. Its ability to burn on any solid dry biomass reduces its fuel consumption. Our cook stove can burn on briquettes made from recycled local materials such as coconut and jelly shells. For the scalability, we are readily available local sourced material for production. Also, the frame is made from recycled metal that houses a ceramic insulator, which is made of clay mixed with waste coconut fiber and sawdust. Next slide, please. Our customer discovery, we were able to interview 100 local food vendors and 300 households, asking them key questions like how much they spend on fuels for cooking, how long they spend while cooking, the challenges they face while cooking, and do they have access to electricity while cooking. We learned that the cost of fuel is too high and they spend a lot of time while cooking. They are bedeviled with challenges of air pollution, especially for local traders who use open fires. They also lack access to electricity while cooking. Next slide, please. For our financials, with 30% of our markets whereby we have our customers, we'll be able to make a profit margin of 1,306,800 euros. Our key drivers are our cost of products, number of customers, and price of products. Next slide, please. In terms of our climate impacts, we have analyzed it in terms of the usage of alternative fuels for cooking. Currently, each household per day emits up to 11 kilograms of CO2 when they use firewood to cook their meals. Our product will offset this by saving 9.5 kilograms of CO2 per day. With 30% of our beachhead market, we will save 1,872,450 tons of CO2 emissions per year, which is equivalent of saving 3.47 metric tons for a household that uses firewood in a whole year. Next slide, please. Meet our team. Fortunately, Daiwe, the CEO, a mechanical engineer, and a smart energy system analyst with 3 years of experience. Favor Ogomola is our COO, a social entrepreneur, business developer, and a clean energy enthusiast. Patricia Ezioyilimba is our legal advisor. She's a legal practitioner with over 3 years of experience in the energy sector. We have Professor Abdullahi Adamu, who is our technical director. He's a renewable energy expert with over 15 years of experience. And we dream to empower 5,000 local food vendors with clean cook stoves by 2030, to earn 7 million euros by the year 2028, and to provide access to clean and affordable energy for those in the underserved communities. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your presentation, Fortune. Question from the judges. Do you have any question from the judges, please? Betty, please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for Abayemi for the pitching. Very wonderful idea. I just have a question. Do you have control over, or you have a partnership with the people that are going to producing the briquettes, or you are the ones to be doing it? Which of these items, the cook stove or the briquettes, which one are you in perfect control of? Do you have control of the production? Hello?
Yes. Let me quickly respond to that. Yes, for the briquettes, which is being produced, actually we are currently in partnership with a firm in Kano State who manufactures briquettes. But also we have alternatives for our users because our product burns on any solid dry biomass. So they have the alternative of using dry solid biomass from cow dungs, which are locally sourced by us. So that is an alternative that we are still exploring. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. Is it possible, can they use wood on it? I know why I'm asking this question. Is it possible to use wood?
Well, yes, actually, for the waste that we use must be solid dry biomass. Now, the wood can be a form of processed wood of sawdust. Very possible now if it's processed. duly. That is the essence of our, yes.
I just want to relate this to your dream, what you mentioned, reduction of carbon dioxide emission into the air. If they can, they will have the opportunity to use wood. Do you think that your aim will still be achieved in terms of carbon dioxide reduction?
Well, that is what we are currently working on. Currently in our fabrication lab, in the Research Center of Bayero University, Kano, we are working on enhancing our ventilator that will blow complete oxygen into the top of the combustion chamber that will enhance its combustion efficiency for clean combustion. So that is what we are working on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
The idea, thank you so much. The idea, sir, is that if at all you should use wood, then it should be the sawdust or the byproduct when you are using wood to produce something. Like there's an African timber and plywood factory in Sapele that produces timber for export. In the process of producing timber, they make sawdust. That sawdust is a waste, but that waste is not converted to energy, so that the system is a zero waste system. I think that's the essence of the question from Madam. So you can't go and use direct wood.
Yes.
The waste wood you should be using.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you very much for the feedback.
And it should be emphasized because at times you give these appliances to the vendors, and you don't have control over the stuff into it to use, as long as it brings out flame to cook their food. So you have to put strategies in place to ensure that it is only what is meant to be used on it that is being used. I don't know how you are going to put that control, as a caveat, but it's very, very important, because all we are trying to do is to sort of reduce the use of raw wood for cooking because of the quantum of carbon dioxide it emits into the air. So just take that into consideration. It's a good idea, but a lot of things need to be refined so that your aim will be achieved once you hand over the appliances to the vendors.
All right, thank
very
you.
Much,
Okay, I'll quickly take Olamide, but if there's a question, please go straight to the point, Fortune. Olamide, please.
No, it's just feedback. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah, very quick. So there's in the use case, I don't know what the form factor of this cook stove is. It's a brilliant idea. I really like the pitch. It's been noted that in the rural areas, they tend to cook for larger families. So just in case you have control over the production, it should accommodate larger pots, because if that doesn't happen, they end up using it for boiling water and go back to their firewood. That's my comment.
Thank you very much for the feedback, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Fortune, for your presentation. The last but not the least, Sino Hibi, are you here?
Yes, good afternoon.
All right, good afternoon. Your slide will come up right about now. All right. The last but not least for today, please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see the slide.
All right.
All right, good day, everyone. Did you know that over 40% of emission in Lagos State comes from the transportation sector alone? Guess the most painful part of this? We pay premium for this huge amount of emission as the petrol price keeps increasing every single month. My name is Kenechukwu, CTO and co-founder of Tano EV Technology. Tano EV is an EV fintech platform that finances electric vehicles for businesses and individuals. Please, next slide. So currently, our services we offer to riders, they pay as low as 25 cents per kilometer and $1.10 per battery swap. Next slide, please. Our beachhead market is Lagos State transportation sector, the tricycle parts precisely, which is about 103 million per annum. Next slide, please. Our customer value proposition. So currently, the tricycle run on the streets of Lagos to travel up to 100,000 kilometers spent about spends about $100,000 annually, and using our tricycle, which is electric powered, it will drive down the cost to as low as $100 annually. Next slide, please. So we offer battery swapping and charging as a service, electric vehicle leasing, electric tricycle financing and conversion. Next slide, please. During our interview with over 100 drivers in Lagos State, we discovered that most of them don't even own the tricycle they use for businesses every single day. So over 70% of them are on hire purchase, and they have this idea about electric vehicles that after using it during the day, you get to use your fuel power generator to charge the electric vehicle, which doesn't make sense in any form. So we decided to build a solar system inverter so that the riders, after working during the day, while going home, you branch to a channel EV charging station, swap your battery to a fully charged one, get home and use the electric vehicle to power your home instead of the other way around. Next slide, please. With just 12.5% market share, we generate over $2,062 from each customer annually. Next slide, please. Annually, with our market share, we save over 1,394,000,000 tons of CO2 per year. Next slide, please. We have a team of die-hard goal-driven individuals ready to refug Africa by providing access to electric vehicles for individuals and businesses. Our co-founder, Femi Oye, also the founder of OWAT, with over 20 years of experience in entrepreneurship and tech designs, and our COO, Lilian Aremu, with over 7 years experience in business and management. Our dream and our mission is to make electric vehicle accessible to over 1 million people by 2025. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Judges, do you have any question for Femi? Mr. Emmanuel, please go ahead with your question.
So just for clarity, you are Kene, right?
Yes.
And you're working with Femi?
Yes.
Femi is a serial entrepreneur, one of the smartest in this space. So, and are you going to be getting power from OWAT?
Yes, so OWAT is the company that provides our charging infrastructures and also the inverter system for our drivers.
I know OWAT has raised money from the capital market. They did the first green sukuk in Nigeria, maybe Africa, and I was a part of it. But we'll also talk about that. So, but if I heard you correctly, you use in the night the tricycle rider cannot use that tricycle to generate electricity for his house.
Sorry, I didn't get the question. Can you repeat, please?
Did you say that when the man gets home, the tricycle rider, the keke rider, that thing can produce power for his house?
Hello?
No, I didn't hear you well. Are you saying that apart from using the keke during the day for transport, when the keke gets home, is there any further use?
Exactly, yes. So as a driver, during our interviewing section, they were like, after using an electric vehicle and you get home and charge with your generator, it doesn't make sense to them. So with our partnership with OWAT, they developed an inverter system for us. So after your usage during the day, with our battery swapping technology, you swap your battery to a fully charged one while going home. So with your electric vehicle, you can power your home during the night.
Exactly. You must emphasize that because that's the uniqueness. Femi's partner, Jubril, has been talking about this for a while. So it's now that it is ready. You market it very well. You know, Dr. Jubril. You market it very well. So, well, hold on. So that's what I wanted to clarify. So it has double use. Transportation by day, electric energy by night. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you. Do we have any other question from the judges? This is our last presenter for today. All right, I guess no other questions from the judges. All right, at this point, I would like to thank every single of you, both the participants, the judges, and other attendees for staying with us till now. We'll now just wait for the judges to send in their scorecard, and then we can start collating scores. In the meantime, I would like to first appeal to the judges, please. Just round up your calculation and send back to me as an email, or you can send it to me in any other way that is easier for you to send to me. So while we are waiting for that, I would just like to say what was next. So we'll get our top three who will be representing Nigeria at the African Regional Finals, which dates will be communicated to us, and then proceed to the global finals to compete with their other peers around the world at the global finals. Then also, I would also like to mention that I would like to congratulate everyone. You pitching at this event has solidified your relationship with the Nigerian Climate Innovation Center, which automatically grants you access to our network. And you will also be one of the first, as a member of our network, one of the first innovators that will be considered for any of our programs, either being access to market programs or access to funding programs that will be embarking on later in the year. One thing I also like to mention is that the fact that how impressed I am, and I know the judges will be having serious headache scoring and deciding who will come first, second, and third, because of how great this year's innovators are. Myself and my colleagues were discussing earlier today about the quality of the innovators we have this year, and I'm really glad for that. Also, I was also mentioning to my colleagues how different innovators here fit into our different programs. I mean, from WASH, about two of you will get into our WASH, we easily get into our WASH program. We have the likes of us Carbon that could also benefit from our SDG hackathon. So I would like to congratulate you to know that we keep you in the loop, and our networks always share these opportunities and these upcoming programs with you the moment we start those projects or those programs. In the meantime, while we wait for the judges to compile the list and send back to us, I'll just mute for a while and play some music while we collate the final results for today's competition. Thank you. Judges, I'll be waiting for your...
Please check your WhatsApp, please.
All right, thank you so much. All right.
could slow down, wish I could stop time.
Choosing the right web hosting is like choosing the right place for your website to live. You can share server space and spread costs.
Dancing slowly in the moonlight, beneath the stars that lit up your eyes. The sweet scent of your skin filled up my lungs with ecstasy. We were so young, maybe 20-something. We were living in a fantasy. I knew right from the start, you were the other half of my heart. Ooh, half of my heart. Oh. I could spend every single day staring into your beautiful blue. Every single day, every single hour. We're growing older together now, but I still feel young when I'm with you. We were so young, maybe 20-something. We were living in a fantasy. I knew right from the start, you were the other half of my heart. Wanna be so, the other half of my heart. Wanna be so, yeah, yeah. Wanna be so, you make me wanna be something more. We were so young, maybe 20-something. We were living in a fantasy. I knew right from the start, you were the other half of my heart. Ooh, the other half of my heart. Oh, you were the other half of my heart. Ooh, yeah, the other half wanna be yeah, you make me wanna be something more. Wanna be something more. We used to hang around town pretty late. I spent the week thinking about our next day. It was easier then, so much easier then. Or like that time I picked you up outside of school. You said, screw my dad, I make my own rules. It was easier then, so much easier then. Take me back to those easy summer days when we stopped at nothing, baby. Yeah, we stopped at nothing, baby. They couldn't take us couldn't change us, they couldn't catch us if they tried. Now we didn't care at all about winter or spring or fall. We felt so alive, and girl, we were thriving on kisses and sunshine and mischief. Yeah, we had one of those things. We just had one of those things.
All right, we are almost there. For Sophie, are you there? I am. All right, can you confirm if you sent yours? I did. It should be in your email. Okay, all right. Let me send it again. You can probably just reply to any of my existing without make it faster.
Yes. I guess I've had some things to figure out, but now that I'm done, I'm full of doubt. Was it easy for you? Yeah, was it too easy for you? You used to say that you would always be mine, but you seem to be doing just fine. Now I think about you, I just can't seem to stop thinking about you. Take me back to those easy summer days when we stopped at nothing, babe. Yeah, we stopped at nothing, baby. They couldn't take us, they couldn't change us, they couldn't catch us if they tried. Now we didn't care at all about winter or spring or fall. We felt so alive, and girl, we were thriving on kisses and sunshine and mischief. Yeah, we had one of those things. Stopped at nothing, babe. Yeah, we stopped at nothing, baby. They couldn't take us, they couldn't change us, they couldn't catch us if they tried. Now we didn't care at all about winter or spring or fall. We felt so alive, and girl, we were thriving on kisses and sunshine and mischief. Yeah, we had one of those things. Just have one of those things.
Yeah,
we had one of those things.
In this video, which is just over 2 minutes long, I want to show you how to create this.
I still wonder how, yeah, you always make it right. Maybe it's all chance, but either way, you showed me how to reach for the best of myself. It's all show the way, yeah. 'Cause even if I fall, ooh, I trust you'll stay, yeah, stay. And through the dark and cold, I know it's all good, 'cause now I'm the best of myself. Yeah. tried so hard, stumbling in the dark, to learn how to see what you already saw. You're the one to blame for the fact that I can reach for the best of myself. It's all good when you show the way, yeah. Even if I fall, I trust you'll stay, yeah. And through the dark and cold, I know it's all good, 'cause I found the best of myself, yeah. We're sailing on across an open sea that's anxious or calm. But I know now, either way, it's all good, 'cause I found the best of myself, yeah. 'Cause you showed the way. Darling, I would die for you. Tell 1,000 lies for you. Love you like the ocean, love you in slow motion. Anything it takes to make you stay. But I can't rely on you. Doesn't matter what I do. You say you need a timeout, think you mean a buyout, 'cause it's pretty clear you're on your way out. And though I understand it's hard sometimes to make up your mind in these trying times, yeah, I just can't accept you leaving me when I'm overseas with the heart so heavy. Think that I deserve the truth for once, not a guilty tone, 'cause you're not alone, yeah. You said you wanna come home, but I know you don't. So this time I won't hear it on the phone. If you got something to say to me, then say it to my face. What it's all about, why you're bailing out. Think you owe me an apology. Just say it to my face. You're sorry. You're so sorry. You're so sorry. You're so sorry. Say it to my face. You're sorry. And I quit my job for you, even quit some friends for you, 'cause you couldn't stand it, me all independent, so you had to have me for yourself. That was when I trusted you, when I could add up 2 and 2, when you promised we'd be together, you, me, forever. Now there's nothing left to lose. And though I understand it's hard sometimes to make up your mind in these trying times, yeah, I just can't accept you leaving me when I'm overseas with the heart so heavy. Think that I deserve the truth for once, not a guilty tone, 'cause you're not alone, yeah. You said you wanna come home, but I know you don't. So this time I won't hear it on the phone. If you got something to say to me.
All right. The moment we've all been waiting for. Are you all still with me? Can I get a thumbs up?
Yes.
All right. I have to confess, this has to be one of the close call I've seen in the last 5 years. There are so many close 0.5, 0.5, 0.3, and but again, we have winners. You have top three, and in no, of course, there has to be in particular order. So I'll start from the third position to the first position. All right, so are we ready? This is where I like a physical event. I'll have probably gotten a drum roll or something. But for the third position, a round of applause for bio application. Congratulations, you can give a thumbs up. All right.
Thank you.
For the second place, is no other person than Solar Money. All right, and for the first position, are we ready? Let me get some feedback. Are we ready? I can't get enough feedback. Can I get feedback? Are you ready for the first position?
Yes, we are.
Ready.
All right, for the first position with a very total high score, please give a round of applause for Puzzle Brain. All right, thank you so much. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations to the top three. Again, I have to confess how close this was. I would like to thank my judges for sparing their time and also their expertise to be on to spare their time to come and judge for us on this platform. I would really like to congratulate everybody also that pitched. Again, like I said, this is just the beginning of our journey with NCIC and Kami Launchpad. This year, after this competition, after the regional and global finals, the Climate KIC and the Irish Shade will also be sponsoring some post-competition events, like an acceleration program. I will let you know what that entails. For everybody that pitched, you are qualified to be on that program. Also for NCIC, I'll be sharing some other competition or other programs that we are currently working on that you can all get into. So thank you everybody once again for pitching and be on the platform. For my I saw the trainer Emmanuel Opala for the trainer for helping us during the boot camp. Thank you so much everyone, and congrats to the winners. I'll be reaching out to all the winners and also reaching out to everybody that pitched on our platform. Thank you everybody once again, and have a pleasant day.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
everyone.
so much.
Thank you, Tosin. Well done. Thank you, judges.
The engagement will continue on
Yeah,
the group chat.
thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much, everyone.
What it's all about, why you're bailing out. Think you owe me an apology. Just say it to my face, you're sorry. You're so sorry. You're so sorry. You're so sorry. Say it to my face, you're sorry. This time I think I got it. This love